The committee probing the cash for seed scandal has for the second time failed to submit its report to Parliament. Joseph Opoku Gakpo joins me now in studio to tell us what happened. Joseph, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Seems I'm hosting the show with you this week.
It happens. There are weeks like that.
Tell us what happened in Parliament. Why weren't they able to submit their report?
So you recall that they should have actually submitted this report last week, Wednesday. They sought a 1-week extension, which ended yesterday. And yesterday, they couldn't present it again. They sought a day's extension to present it today. But according to the majority leader in Parliament, Osei Sabuntu, the report is actually almost ready. He says it's ready, except that the minority team on the committee are raising concerns about the eventual conclusions the entire committee is drawing. They think that they are drawing the wrong conclusion. So the majority leader mentions Dr. Dominic Ayene specifically, who is one of the members of the committee. We've gathered that the other NDC MP, James Kluche Aveji, has traveled out of the country. But according to the majority leader, Sabuntu, Dominic Ayene is raising issues with the eventual conclusions, and so the committee is being forced to hold on. He's been speaking to the media outside Parliament.
Right, we can hear him.
In any event, that cannot stop the committee from bringing their report. The committee was supposed to conclude their work yesterday, and they've cocooned themselves in the hotel, and they are working on it. Yesterday, they had programmed to meet at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to conclude everything in order for them to be able to submit the report today. 3 of them went to wait, and one of them was absent, the Honorable Dr. Dominic Ayene. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, couldn't go. They called him, he said he will come there at 5 o'clock, he didn't go, and said to them that, okay, eventually they should give him 2 hours more, which was to lead them to 7 p.m. 7 p.m. they called him, his phones were off, for whatever reason. It was not until 12 midnight that he sent word to them to respond to their earlier calls. I mean, clearly, even the uninitiated will know that there's something at play. So this morning at the business committee meeting at about 9:30, my colleague, the minority leader, then came and informed me that the Honorable Ayene says he wants to write a minority report. That cannot delay. If you want to write a minority report, why don't you tell your colleagues? You have to tell the minority leader. I mean, clearly there's something amiss. But whatever it is, I have said to them, he says he has something to discuss with the committee. They were going to lay the report. I prevailed upon them to wait. Let them have the meeting. So eventually they agreed to have a meeting at 4. They should go and have that meeting, and tomorrow they will need the document. So and they will debate.
This meeting is because of the demand or
because of Dominic Ayene. So they wait, whatever he has, let him come and share with the committee. They will know how to handle it, if they have to incorporate anything more, because they are telling me that all that they are doing is stringing the evidence together and then making conclusions from what the members who appeared before them and the people they invited told them. So they are stringing out the legal issues and making observations and conclusions.
Majority Leader Osei Sabuntu. So Joseph, you're with me here. Help us to understand what have you gathered, by the way, as far as a conclusion of the matter is concerned.
So we are still waiting for the outcome of the committee's work. The report, we are expecting that tomorrow.
Right.
But then we're gathering that apparently the committee came to the conclusion that there wasn't a situation of seats being sold in order to sit by the president during the event, the Ghana Expatriate Award ceremony. Eventually, they found that it was an award ceremony. People participated, people paid money, but access wasn't sold. Where there's an issue is as to whether the right procedures were used in collecting the money, because the amount eventually went into a government account. Okay. And the point was that there was a breach of the laws in how those government funds were eventually moved to a private company. But the committee, we gather, is making a recommendation that the laws of the country don't make specific provisions for how public-private partnerships should work when government wants to do these partnerships with private individuals. And the law appears to close gaps. It doesn't leave any gap for that. Right. So one of the major recommendations is that one way or the other, a leeway should be given so government be able to collaborate with a private entity and transfer money to them even when they need to go through some of those processes.
Okay, so what's the way forward from here?
We are waiting for that report tomorrow. We understand that Dr. Dominic Ayini, who is the remaining minority MP on the committee, is meeting his other colleagues today. If they don't come to a consensus, what we would see would be the committee issuing its report and the minority side eventually issuing their said minority report. In fact, one concern came up on the floor of Parliament today. Muntaka Mubarak, the minority chief whip, he was a witness before the committee. Right. He was drawing attention to how the right procedure hadn't been followed, because apparently they were supposed to have submitted to him what they call the witness statement. If you appear before the committee, you are supposed to do a vetting of the witness statement before the eventual details of that go into the committee's report. He says he hasn't received it. After he receives it, the provisions say he deserves 7 days to respond, even before they go ahead and do this, which was how come the decision was taken that they couldn't have taken the eventual report today.
Okay, so, well, we'll wait to see what's going to happen. Will there be a majority report and a minority report? Joseph will be here to follow it up and bring you all of the details. Joseph, thank you very much for bringing us this report.